This is USA Storm Center, and we are tracking one of the most complex and dangerous multi-hazard weather patterns to hit the United States in recent memory. From the Gulf Coast to the Canadian border, no region is being spared today. We have flooding, fire danger, Arctic cold, and heavy snow all unfolding at the same time across the country. This is not a drill. This is April in America, and the atmosphere is anything but quiet. Let's start in the West, where right now things look deceptively calm. Los Angeles, Phoenix, Las Vegas, and Denver are all enjoying dry, mild, and warmer than normal conditions. If you're out west today, enjoy it, because that is about to change. By Tuesday, a strong cold front will push into the Pacific Northwest. Seattle will begin seeing rain, and that rain will transition to snow further inland, particularly in northwestern Montana. If you are planning to drive through Missoula or anywhere near glacier country on Tuesday evening, pay close attention to road conditions. This system will also bring gusty winds, making it more than just a mountain snow event. Moving south into the Rockies, a disturbance is developing Monday night into Tuesday that will bring rain showers to Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and Durango. What makes this especially unusual is that later Tuesday, we could see monsoonal-type showers pushing into the central and northern Rockies, some with embedded thunderstorms. Monsoonal activity in April is rare. Meteorologists are watching this closely. Now, let's shift east, because some of the most dangerous conditions we are tracking today involve fire weather across the central and southern high plains. A massive Canadian high-pressure system is pushing south into the northern plains, while a low-pressure wave develops in the central high plains. That combination creates a very tight pressure gradient, and that means strong, sustained winds. Add extremely low humidity to those winds, and you have a recipe for explosive fire behavior. Western Texas, western Oklahoma, and southwestern Kansas are all at serious risk right now. If you live in any of these areas, do not burn debris. Do not start any open fires. Any spark under these conditions can spread rapidly and become uncontrollable within minutes. Alongside that fire danger, Arctic air is pouring south out of Canada and pushing deep into the northern plains and upper Midwest. This is not just cold for April, this is genuinely dangerous cold. Cities like Minneapolis and Bismarck may struggle to reach above freezing during the daytime hours. That is highly unusual for this time of year. This same blast of cold air will push east into northern New England by Tuesday. Overnight temperatures in parts of northern Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont could fall into the teens and low 20s. A hard freeze is likely, and anyone with plants or crops already in the ground needs to take action now. Over the Great Lakes, we are watching a fast-moving Alberta Clipper system rolling through. Green Bay, Marquette, and Duluth will all see snow showers and gusty winds. Snow totals will not be extreme, but roads will become slick quickly, and wind chills will make it feel much colder than the thermometer suggests. Cities further south across the Great Lakes region, including Cleveland, Detroit, and Buffalo, will see a rain and wintry mix rather than pure snow. The concern there is less about accumulation and more about slippery travel conditions, especially during the morning and evening commutes. Take it slow on the roads. As the system tracks into New England, it will strengthen near the coast. Northern parts of the region will see light snow accumulations, while coastal cities including Boston and Providence will mostly receive rain. However, do not let that rain fool you. Wind gusts of 30 to 40 miles per hour are expected along the coast, and that kind of wind can cause travel disruptions, downed branches, and localized power outages. Now let's talk about what USA Storm Center considers the #1 threat in today's weather pattern, and that is flash flooding in Florida. A stalled cold front sitting over southern Florida, combined with the developing subtropical low-pulling moisture in from the Atlantic, has created a setup for repeated rounds of heavy and dangerous rainfall. This is the kind of pattern where the rain does not just come once, it keeps coming back, hour after hour, over the same areas. Orlando, Titusville, Melbourne, and Vero Beach are all in the highest risk zone. Rainfall totals of 3 to 5 inches are possible, and in some locations, even higher amounts cannot be ruled out. In low-lying neighborhoods, near rivers and retention areas, and in areas with poor drainage, flash flooding is a very real and immediate threat. If you are in east central Florida today, stay off flooded roads. It only takes 12 inches of moving water to carry away a small vehicle. Never attempt to drive through a flooded roadway. Turn around, do not drown. Monitor local emergency alerts and be ready to move to higher ground if necessary. Down in southern Texas, some storms earlier in the day created concern, but that threat is now gradually decreasing. That is good news for the Rio Grande Valley and surrounding areas, though residents should remain alert as the broader pattern continues to evolve. Across the eastern United States more broadly, expect cool, damp conditions to persist through the coming days. Temperatures will remain near or slightly below normal for most of the region. This is not dramatic on its own, but combined with the heavier hazards already in play, it adds to an overall unsettled and gray stretch of weather. To bring it all together, we are dealing with 6 simultaneous hazard zones across the United States today. Flash flooding in East Central Florida is the top threat and demands immediate attention. Fire danger across the high plains is extreme, driven by wind and critically dry conditions. The Alberta Clipper is bringing snow and wind to the Great Lakes. Arctic cold is gripping the northern plains and upper Midwest. Northern New England is heading into a hard freeze overnight. And early monsoonal activity across the Rockies is unusual and bears watching. This entire weather pattern will continue evolving over the next 24 to 48 hours. Conditions could change quickly, and what looks manageable now could escalate without much warning. Stay connected to USA Storm Center for the latest updates, and make sure your family and neighbors are aware of the threats in your area. Stay safe, stay informed. This is